Okay, yeah, we can do two passes here. I'll do a quick pass here in case you just want to see how this is built. So this component here, and the user can upload a photo. If they upload a photo, you show the photo. If they don't, we just pass the initials here. And then I'm gonna do a second pass here where we can learn some things about the null, so why use box, how use things here, and the why for things, so you can really understand what's happening here. I hope it makes sense for everyone, and that's it. Any doubt, anything you want me to cover, so just drop a comment, however you is watching these in the YouTube, and for the others, you just say in the chat here. Okay. So so the idea here is that we want an avatar photo. Sure is the name of the application. This one here we did a course. It's from the course, so I will drop the information in the description. Is the Philip Lochner course here, the Kotlin multi-platform one. But okay, let's keep going. So what we have here, we have a composable. Okay, normal until here. If you don't know what the composable is, we can cover this later. But we have here a function that we have the display text, that is this text here. We have a modifier that's used to change visible, the design, the visible things. You have the size here, that is this enum we create here. So, okay, I'm gonna pass fast then, I pass slower. So what we have here, we have a box. Okay, then you have the pass, you have the clip circle shape, so this is a circle one. You pass the clickable here. If it's no, it's not enabled, so the user cannot click. You have the background color, you have the border one that you can see is this gray one here. Then push a zoom, as you can see here. And you have the container alignment to center, so everything we drop in this box will be in the center. So for example, this text here, you can see it's in the center. If you remove this, probably gonna go to the start like this. So you put the center, the text goes back to the center, and he'll just pass in the text we receive here, and we'll pass the style, title medium. If you don't know about design system, I will recording a video showing how you build this one, and you pass in the color for the text. It's just it. So we have a box, and this is at the center, and you pass in the text, and above it we passing a sync image. So this async image here is from Coil, if I'm not mistaken, and okay, and they use a ktor too. So if you want to import this one, let's see, you can go to the Gradle. You have this, you're gonna need, not this one, you're gonna need these libraries here. So I just sit here while you copy paste, pause the video. So you're gonna need the Coil compose and the Coil ktor, because they use ktor to load the image. And this one here, you can see they accept any, so you can pass your URL, a bit match, URI, you can pass a lot of things here. Basically any, that's an image, and that will be loaded. And we're just passing here our image URL. So when we have a URL, this is gonna load here. The content scale use crop. So if it's not a scale 1:1 image here, I will just crop it. And no content description in this case. We just clip this in the circle shape here. And we use matchParentSize in the modifier. You can use max size here too, is the same, because the box has fixed size. So this is how this simple, super usable components are built. As you can see here in the preview, how we're gonna use this is basically this is a simplified version. You can pass the URL here, but it not be loaded in the preview. So you just use the initials that you're gonna see the function in other class if it's the case, but just pass the text here whenever you pass the show here, and the size, you just pass the null size. Now, okay, if you just wanted to see how this is built, and we can use in the profile. You can use one chart searching for a user. This is the one you're gonna use, and you see how you can do this in is a decent good way. Okay, and now I'm just gonna pass for some things here a little more slower so you can learn a little bit more about what's happening here, so really understand what's happening in which line here. So first thing we have here in this class, I will start here, then we can go to the window when we find we arrive in the enum part. So we're gonna create a component, and display text is just a string. The modifier we have to pass is for or to design modifier visibly or things or components. The avatar size here, why I created enum, because you have just two fixed size for this application, so that's why you create enum. So what is enum? We use enum when we want to create a fixed number of options that the user can use, and it's always the same. So it's basically for this. I don't know if you get it, but this is a singleton object here. If you don't understand this, in code solid. Okay, we're gonna have video about this too. So which one of these, in this case, this way use is a single instance of the avatar size, and is enum means that this is fixed and we know all the options here. Okay, it's basically this. I can go deep in the enum here, but I don't want this to be too long. It's almost 7 minutes already. And you pass the URL as a string here that you're gonna use to show the user image here. You have an onClick lambda. So lambda. Okay, if you don't get this lambda, it is basically this. Let's go here. So this is a lambda. What is this lambda? Is a function that you can pass as parameter. So this means this is the function you're gonna pass, and this is the return type. So the return type here is unit. That means that we don't have a return type here. So that's the lambda. And if you want, we want to make this optional, so that's why we use this as null. We cannot do this because this is checking the unit type is null. That's why we don't do this one here, and we have to say the whole lambda is optional, is nullable. That's why we use this structure, in case you ask yourself. And of course, this is the function, and this indicates that this is the return. If you have some parameter, so you just type here, you have a string parameter, or another string, for example. Oh gosh, give me a second. Or you just have, you can say it's a boolean. So now this function has two parameters, and you can just pass the parameters here in whatever way you're calling it. You can cover this better later, but here we not have any parameters. We just invoking whenever function you're passing here. It's the way that you pass the function, blah, blah. We can talk about this later. And the text color, you expect a color, material theme, color, extended. This extended here is you just passing the placeholder text. This is a custom design system you build. We're gonna have video about custom design system, the whole design system too. So you can search for this too. So whatever. So here we have a box. Why you have a box here? The box we're gonna use when we're gonna put a component above another. So you can pretend this is a box, right? And if I put something inside here, this is at the bottom, and if you put something else, this is above this, and above and above and above. That's what we've done. That's what we're doing here. So inside of this box, we pass a text, and then we pass a sync image. So this text is at the center, as you can see here, and the async image is on the top. You can see it's blue here, right? When I show you this way, and that means that it's occupying this whole area and it's above the text, so the text won't be visible. If you put the text like this, like this, so this JK here is in front of the image when it's loaded. Okay, so that's why you don't do this. Oh, you can do this, but we'll do in this sequence. So box is basically for this, so to put things in front of other things. So in this case, this image is in front of this text. So the user open, they see the JK letters there, and then when the image is loaded, so the image is in the front, so you just see the image. That's why we use a box for. So I'm creating layout, I have an image, I want to put a tag in front of this, so just use a box, and the content alignment here top start, bottom start, whenever you have a lot of alignment here. So you just pass a modifier to change how it's gonna look. So you pass a fixed size here. You clip this in a single shape, so that's why this is like a circle. I think you can see better here. Let me just put, I cannot, okay, no matter. And that's why this looks like a circle. And if you remove this, probably it's gonna be a box, because this is the component name, as you can see. And the border here is this way because you pass the circle shape here too. Use the modifier clickable to make this clickable. So here we just invoking the function, so you just calling the function here. You could do this way if you check if it's null before. So this invoke word is the same thing, just this one. So it's the same thing if you call, for example, onClick this way, but to use a let before, or if you just say this invoke here, it's the same thing. This is just hide it in the other way. You'll just make a null check here. So just cycle, if it's null, you do nothing, you don't move forward in this case. And you're checking if it's enabled, it's just when or onClick is not null. So if it's null, if you don't pass a lambda here, so the user, you not register the click of the user here in this case, you pass a background color, and we have a border here. The border URL itself is this one. You just pass in the color here with the width of 2dp, and the circle shape is what make this circular here. So now you can see it's just a square, but you cannot see this properly because this is clipped here like this. Now you can see the border. Okay, and you just aligning everything that's going inside this box at the center. I will show you this. If you remove this, the default position is the start top, so the start one here. We are talking about the text. You pass in the text that we receive here, uppercase to make this uppercase, the style, the typography, type medium. You just pass in the style here that we define in another place. In this case, in the typo file that we define in our design system. We can talk about this in other video. You just pass in the color here that you pass here, and the AsyncImage I already show you that's come from the Coil, so we do not create this. So just pass in the URL, bitmap, URE. Whenever you want to pass here, this gonna make hair magic and show to the user. Content crop, so if we pass an image that's not one by one here, it's a square mesh image, so this just gonna crop this so it's not stretching your image. No content description, and we're just clipping in the circle shape, otherwise this would be a square image here. And the matchParentSize here don't matter because it's just gonna get all the space available, but we have this fixed size, so you can max size here. If you max size or the parent one, don't matter which one you use. no difference. And here you have a composable preview where you're passing your theme and you're passing this function here. And we're just using this one. I think that's it. 15 minutes. It's a long video, so thank you so much. And I see you next one. Subscribe. Bye bye.